What is going on, guys? This is Joaquin Corrales. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we're going to learn how to set up super simple yet effective Facebook ads for a Shopify store. So obviously, if you already have a store, then you're going out there and you're running some sort of ads to get people to your actual store. I'm going to show you guys step by step the strategies that I follow to get as many people to my store. And not only that, but to build the advertisements that are going to get them to click. So let's jump into my computer and get right into it. All right, guys, we're inside of my computer and we're going to get right into it. So in this video, we're going to focus on what are the top things that you guys need to think about and do in order to put out there a Facebook ad that is going to get you actual sales. Okay, so when it comes down to Shopify, one of the most popular ways to get people into your store and buying the products is obviously by running Facebook ads. But if you're running Facebook ads that are not effective, Facebook ads that are ugly, and Facebook ads that do not meet the criteria that we're about to go over, then you're not going to be getting any sales at all, or you're going to be leaving a lot of money on the table. Okay, so when it comes to advertising, just to start off, two of the main things that you guys want to focus on, okay, your focus in advertising, and not only in advertising, but in everything when it comes to online sales, when it comes to making money online, okay, when it comes to making money online, whether it's through Facebook ads, whether it's through selling things on Shopify, there are two things that you guys need to focus on. And if your focus remains on this the entire time, then you're going to make a lot of money. So the first thing that you guys need to focus on is urgency. Okay, you need to figure out a way to get people, okay, to want to buy now. Okay, you need people to buy in the moment. All right, you cannot tell people, you cannot make people feel like they have time, like the offer that is in front of them is going to be available forever. Okay, because if they feel that that offer is going to be available forever, then what's going to happen is that they're going to prolong the decision to spend money, or they're going to prolong the decision to do whatever it is that you want them to do, and they're probably not going to do it. Okay, they're probably like 99% not going to do it because they're going to procrastinate on that, right? But if you make them feel, whether through your advertisement or through your store, that there is a time limit, okay, that there's urgency to that offer, that if they don't do this within the next some period of time, it's not going to be available anymore, is going to increase your sales. Like, for example, in our landing pages, in our product pages, if someone gets there, if someone gets to that landing page and they're interested in buying, if that person leaves, they're not coming back, right? They're probably not coming back. We could send them emails, we could send them different follow-ups, and yeah, a small percentage of people are going to come back through the gates, right? Because we retargeted them, but there's a very high chance that they're not going to come back because you weren't able to get them in that initial push, right? Now, there is a lot of effective strategies that have to do with retargeting, and you are able to make a ton of money, but the chances are that the person that came into your store and left is probably not going to come back, all right? Now, the second thing that you want to focus on is obviously scarcity, right? Which it all comes into playing into people's emotions, right? Playing into the human mind's emotions and making people feel like, okay, there's not a lot of time and this is scarce. Okay, what's in front of me right now is scarce. I need to take benefit of this offer right now, today, because it is not going to be available in the future. And if you're able to focus on those two things, not only as you're creating your store, but as you're building your advertisements, then you're gonna make a lot more money. Like, for example, I remember having a webinar landing page, and the webinar was converting pretty good. We were making maybe like $2,000, $3,000 per day. And then what I did was that I added a timer to the webinar. Right, I added a timer to the webinar to show that the offer was not going to be available for long, right? And it wasn't. The offer was really not going to be available for long. But by adding that timer in there, it showed people, right? It gave them a sense as to how long it was going to be available for, and that increased our sales a lot. So that was actually awesome. Now, how are you guys able to do this with Shopify, with online sales and making money online? So let's get right into it. So the first thing that we need to focus on is obviously some of it has to do with building our store, the way that we build our store. I'm not going to focus on that too much here. I'm going to focus more on the Facebook advertisement part of e-commerce, but let's do a little bit of that for a second. So I have this test store right here, right? This is Joaquin's test store, and I'm actually using a really good Shopify theme called, what is it called? It's my buddy Franklin Hatchett's theme. It is super good. It's really high converting. I haven't finished setting it up and all. This is a sample store that I'm not gonna put live. But for example, if you come into this item, then you have this right here, right? You have this timer here that is pushing you to hurry up and buy whatever it is that's here. You have the images here, which are really cool. You have the green button. Make sure that you guys have a green button, okay? When it comes to the actual products. And here you have real-time shoppers on this site, $297, so that's actually awesome. And let's see what else we have. So yeah, this theme is awesome. It's pretty cool. But those are things that you could also find on different plugins, right? So if you don't have this theme and you have a regular theme, then you're gonna want to go to the App Store on Shopify and download, for example, let's take a look at that for a second. Let's go to the apps right here. Let's go to Visit Shopify App Store. There's an app here that does that timer thing that I just showed you guys. It's actually free. Cart timer. Let's see what comes up there. It's from this company called this one right here. So Countdown Cart by Beaketing or whatever. They're gonna allow you to put that timer in your actual page. So make sure that you guys are doing that. It is awesome. It definitely works. And also another thing, and this is kind of like a little golden nugget here, is make sure that the timer does not start at like a fixed number, right? And so what I mean by that is when a customer comes into your store, make sure that it doesn't start like from 3 hours down, right? And then it's 2:59, 2:58, 2:57, because people are going to realize that it started at 3 hours and that it's fake, right? So what you need to do is make sure that it starts at a random number. But now let's get right into the advertisement. So there are going to be two different types of ads that we're going to be running for our store, right? So the first type of ads that we're going to be running for the products that we're going to be selling in our Shopify store are picture ads, okay? And a lot of people think that picture ads don't work, that they're not effective and all that, and they have their use, right? They have their use when it comes to e-commerce and Facebook ads. But the second type of ad, right, and what I've seen the most success with all throughout, like, is video ads. And the reason why video ads are more effective is because you're actually able to allow the customer to see how the product is used, right? You're able to show them the actual benefits of the product, as opposed to with a picture, you're more likely to only be able to see one element of the actual product, right? So videos are a lot more effective. I'm gonna show you guys exactly where to go out there and find videos for your products, get them edited for you for super cheap, but also pictures. So let's start with pictures. So when it comes to pictures, obviously, the pictures that you're going to be using are going to be pictures straight from AliExpress, okay? I'm more than likely not going to go on Google and find pictures for the product because I don't want to risk getting sued. Now, the chances of you getting sued are super low, right? They're like literally super low, but the chances still exist. So you don't want to go into google.com and find pictures for your product that could result in you getting sued. Now, something that you could do, though, is that if you come to google.com and you go to images, right? You go to images, there's an advanced search in here. So for example, cat earring. Let me type in cat earring. I'm gonna click right here on settings, and I'm gonna click on advanced search. And then if you click right here on, where is it? Right here, usage rights. If you type in free to use, share, modify, even commercially, right? And you click on advanced search, then every picture that's here I could use and I'm not going to get sued for. So if you guys want to use that search feature right there to be able to find pictures that are able to be used commercially, then you're good to go and you don't risk getting sued. But a lot of people don't do that, and the chances of you getting sued exist, although they are small, they're still there. Now the pictures that I'm 90% going to use, more than likely going to use, are the ones on AliExpress. Now obviously there's a certain criteria to picking the images from AliExpress, right? Like you don't want images that have a crappy quality. You also don't want images that have some sort of logo on it. You don't want any branding on the images whatsoever. So let's actually take a look at some of the products. Or actually, let's stick to cat earring. So I'm going to come back to AliExpress, and I'm going to type in cat earring. And I don't know how to spell, obviously. So cat earring, and let's take a look at some of the items here and see what picture I would use on an advertisement, right? So I'm going to sort by orders and see what's hot right now. So obviously this product is super hot. I mean, 14,000 orders currently pending. These are pretty cool. These are piercings. Let's take a look at this one. See, this one's pretty good. It has 2,700 orders. Which is a good amount, right? It's a lot, but it's not like 14,000 a lot, right? Like this product right now is probably saturated. simply due to the fact that so many orders are pending right now. Because remember, guys, these orders that you're seeing here on AliExpress are orders that are currently pending, right? That are waiting to be processed. So that's a lot. So 2,700, let me click on that and see what's going on here. So a 55-cent product, let's see, to the United States to see if they have e-packet here. Yeah, they do. E-packet is actually a lot more expensive than the actual product. So this is a product that costs $2.90. This could be a good product to do free plus shipping. This could also be a good product just to sell in general. And I'm going to make a whole other video on Shopify pricing, like pricing your actual items. But based on what I know, I would probably price this item at somewhere around $12.95, potentially somewhere around there. Because what you guys have to realize is that you have this product that costs $2.90, right? You don't want to go out there and price this product at $5, okay? Because even though it sounds great, it sounds amazing, I'm getting this product for $2.90, I'm selling it for $5, which means I'm making $2.10. Really what you're supposed to hear, right? What your mind is supposed to see when you say those things is that you only have $2.10 to spend to get a customer before you don't make any money. So let's say that best case scenario, you have a product, let's come back over here. Let's say best case scenario, and we'll get into the advertisements in a second, but best case scenario, you have this item that costs $2.90, right? And then you want to sell the item for $5. You do not want to sell the item for $5 because the amount of money your CPA, right, your cost per acquisition, at most has to be $2.10, which means that if you spend $2.10, then what happens is that you break even. And obviously you're not doing this to break even. So if you're able to get this item right here that costs $2.90, right, and you're able to price it at, let's say, $12.90, just to make the math easier. What we have, our cost per acquisition at most is $10, right? And $10 is a lot of money for a customer. I could probably get a customer for that item for somewhere around maybe $2, $3. But even then, if the product costs $2.90, right, and you're getting a customer for $3, right, the total cost is going to be $5.90, right? Which means that you made somewhere around $7, right? Which is not bad. So that's actually pretty cool. But we'll get on another video where I go more in depth on the actual pricing, but make sure you guys are paying attention to the way that you're pricing your actual items. So as far as advertisements and pictures, obviously this picture looks like crap. It's terrible quality, but let's keep looking and see. Obviously, okay, so look, this is actually a much better picture. And if we scroll down here, we're going to have more pictures. So I don't want this picture right here with these Chinese letters. Okay, the picture, great quality, looks awesome, but I do not want those Chinese letters on there. I actually think this one's actually really good. This one's good too. See, so we have some pretty high quality pictures here. Another strategy that you guys could use is to click on the feedback right here and then click on with pictures, okay? And you're gonna be able to see pictures directly from people that are buying this product. You're even going to be able to see how the actual product comes. So sometimes what I'll even do is I'll try to find a picture that looks good, that someone posted if the others aren't good, and then I'll use that. And that's not a big deal at all. Like, you don't have to worry about getting sued or anything like that with these. I mean, if you guys are really paranoid, then you could just message these people. There's like a message me button somewhere. And so you could ask them, the messaging button is right here, contact now. You can message them and be like, hey, can I use your images for an advertisement, whatever. They probably won't even know what you said. And they'll be like, yes, okay, thank you very much. And then they will let you use the images, but you don't have any issues with that whatsoever. And you could start using the images without being worried at all. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to create an advertisement with this exact product right here. So I'm going to take this image. Let's do a save as. Let's bring it at my desktop. Cat earring. All right, cool. Now the next thing for picture images is obviously the quality needs to be good. It can't have any branding, so this fits the criteria. And the next thing is that in order to create now, right, to create the actual advertisement, now that we have the picture, what we're going to be able to do are two different options. So we could either go on canva.com, right, which is a self-service type thing, which means that we're going to be able to go on here and make the advertisement ourselves. Now, another thing that we're going to be able to do is that we're going to be able to go up Fiverr.com, in which we're going to be able to pay $5 for someone to do the work for us. Now, it kind of depends on what stage you are in your business, whether it makes sense to create the advertisement yourself, or maybe it makes sense for you to pay someone $5 for it. But for example, if you come right here on Fiverr.com, then what you're going to be able to see is that you're going to be able to type in what service are you looking for, graphic design, I guess you could say. So you could come right here. I will do a graphic design there, $5. You could talk to this guy. He has a whole bunch of good reviews. These people, I get a lot of stuff done here on Fiverr. It's super cheap and they do a pretty good job at it. You could also type in here, be more specific, like Facebook ad, right? And no, I'm not going to log in. I will film a lifestyle ad, blah, 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 campaign. No, I will design an awesome Facebook ad. So starting at $40, obviously too expensive. But I will design a Facebook ad right here. Look, this guy has 53 reviews, all 5 stars, or most of them starting at $5. So this would be a good guy right here to use simply because he knows that he's going to be designing a Facebook ad. But you could also just get someone that's doing graphic design, right, which is less specific. And obviously, there's going to be a lot more people doing it for cheaper just because it's less specific. And you could just tell them the size of the actual picture, right? So you could tell them the size of the Facebook ad. Now, when it comes to building out your Facebook ad, there's no rocket science when it comes to what to include in the actual image. So preferably what you're going to want to do when you're finding these pictures is to find one that has someone wearing it, right? Someone using or wearing the actual product, simply because it's going to show people what it looks like on a person or what it's like to use that, as opposed to just a picture of the earrings in this case just thrown there. Obviously, we don't have one right here, so it's not a big deal. But when it comes to what writing we write on the actual advertisement or what we do, what I like to do is I like to come to this website right here. So I like to come to adexpresso.com/ads-examples, just to take a look at some example advertisements of what other people out there are running, and then I could get my own ideas from that. So I could come right here, search by advertiser, text URL, and I could type in cat earring, okay? See what's going on with cat earrings. So you have this weird advertisement right here. So it seems like there's nothing related to e-commerce here, and I'm kind of doing this on the fly, so I have nothing planned here. But let's see if we can find something else. So earring, okay. So look, this had nothing to do with a cat earring, but what I could do is I could find examples of earrings or some type of jewelry that is similar and see what type of ads these people are creating. Okay, so obviously this company right here decided to just put a white image of the actual product, which could be extremely effective. I mean, they're doing it. I'm sure they wouldn't be putting any money in something that doesn't work. Here we have someone else, and look, like I was telling you before, the person is using the actual item. So that's something that we want to look for if possible. Here we have a video. We'll get to that in a couple of minutes. Here we have someone wearing it. Here just an actual white background on that. So let's see what else we could find here. So let's type in jewelry. Let's see what's going on with jewelry related. So starting at $40 per month, just a picture. Let's see what else we have here. So here we have another one that says hearts on fire. That's cool. Okay, let's look for example, rings. Something related to rings. So obviously images with a white background seem to be very effective in this case. Here we have another one. And these are even ways for us to be able to find products to sell. Like for example, look at this guy right here, Sugar and Cotton, whatever store that is. This was January 17th, 2018. Sorry, this is what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is that we're going to model this actual product right here. So you see how they have 4 different images of the product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the cat earring. I'm going to save a couple of different images. And so let me go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so after I have the images saved, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to canva.com. Remember the website that I told you guys before. And let me go ahead and get logged in here. And so once I'm inside of the actual app, right, you might need to create an account or whatever. It's 100% free. What I'm going to do is that I have all these different options here. I'm going to click on this one right here that says Facebook post, okay? Because what I'm doing is I'm actually creating a Facebook post. So I'm going to click on there. And once I do, 50% of the battle is going to be complete, right? So here you have a whole bunch of different examples that you could start with. You could start with all these different examples. Buy me pizza and I'm yours. That's funny, blah, blah, blah. You have all these super cool ones. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to uploads right here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to upload the 4 different cat earring images that I saved earlier from AliExpress. And so after I do that, they're actually gonna start showing up right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna delete everything from here. I just want an empty canvas. And then I'm gonna start bringing them in. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in this image right here. This is super easy to use, right? Super easy. I'm gonna bring them in, and I'm actually gonna take up. I'm gonna link them together, similar to what we saw in that other example over there. In the actual website where we're able to find different ads. I'm going to link them up here more or less. However, I think that it's going to look good. Let me align that at the bottom. Rid of this. 50% off cat earrings. There you go. So as long as I'm able to get this advertisement and put it in front of the right people, and obviously you're going to want all the images to be lined up. You're going to want images of the best quality possible. These are all pretty good quality, but 50% off cat earrings. And let me add something else to it right here today. So we have this empty area in the middle. Obviously, like you guys saw before, we could use websites like AdExpresso and all of that to find different products and different advertisements that we can model. But when we come back to the ad, here we have these pictures all around the edge, and we have 50% off cat earrings today, right? And so obviously this is super effective because it says the word today, right? So it's building a sense of urgency in people. They're seeing this and they're not having to procrastinate the idea of wanting to get this if they want to get it. And obviously it's 50% off, so it's super discounted. And then we're also going to write a couple of things in the description that are going to better the chances of us getting the actual sale. So that's it. This is literally how simple it is for you to create your first Facebook ad for your product. You find the images on AliExpress, high quality images, preferably images where people are using the actual products. We weren't able to find one in this one, but it's not a big deal. And then you could or you could not write some text. Most of the text obviously is going to go in the actual description, but this is actually a good enough ad that I would feel pretty comfortable running against the right audience. And I have another video where I go over audiences and how to set up your Facebook ads and all of that. So make sure that you guys watch that one. I'm going to link it somewhere in the description. And then what you want to do is just go ahead and press this download button right here. And it's going to download the ad, and then we'll be ready to throw it together. And so those are some of the key points and the ideas behind creating a picture ad. So you want to make sure, let's kind of note them down here so that you guys are able to see that. So as far as a picture ad, you want good quality. You want good quality. You want pictures of item in use, right? And then you want to use either Canva or Fiverr.com to get it made. And another thing is that you could do an A/B test with and without text, right? So what you're going to do is you're basically going to create one with text. You're going to create one without text, right? Depending on what item it is, depending on the target market and all of that, things are going to be more effective than others. But that's what you guys are going to be able to test, right? To set up an image with text, an image without, and see which one performs better, which is actually super easy to do. So not a big deal. So good quality pictures of item in use. That one's probably the most important thing here. And obviously good quality, because you don't want to show people pictures of bad quality. They're not going to trust your brand. They're probably not going to click on what it is that you're selling. And A/B testing with and without text. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is actual videos. And what I have found to be a lot more effective. Now, when it comes to the actual pictures, where I've seen the most effectiveness in using pictures are in these types of ads, right? And it's in retargeting ads, right? Let me change this up. So in retargeting ads, I've seen that pictures work a lot better because these people have already seen your main advertisement, right? Which is probably a video. And now you're retargeting them with something like, hey, you left this in your cart, or something like, hey, come pick this up. You viewed the product, but you didn't add it to your cart, right? So those type of retargeting campaigns. Now, when it comes to the video, a lot of people get scared at the idea of creating a video advertisement because they're not exactly sure where to find it, what to do, or whatever. And there are a couple of different strategies when it comes to finding a video advertisement for your product. So the first strategy is to ask the supplier, all right? And this is easy as we saw before. So what I would do here is I would probably, and it's a little bit harder with something like an earring, right? Because what are they gonna send the video of, like someone wearing it? That's kind of weird. But if it's something that you actually use, like some sort of gadget or something, then there's gonna be a whole bunch of videos that they're gonna be able to send you. A lot of the time they have the videos ready. And you guys don't even have to worry about other people using the video or you using the same video as someone else. It's literally not a big deal whatsoever, because where you're going to have your advantage is in the marketing of the thing, right? Not in the thing that you're selling, but in the marketing of the thing. Now, what you're gonna do is obviously you're gonna come to the product, you're gonna scroll down, you're gonna click on contact now and be like, hey, supplier, my name is whatever. I want to start selling your product. I need a video of the product in use for an advertisement, okay? And then you're gonna tell them right after that. You're also gonna tell them, I need a video. I want to see the product in use. Do you have a video, right? You literally need to ask them like 3 times in a different way. Otherwise, they're gonna be like, the product has instructions. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you need a video? They need to really understand that you're doing it because you want to use it in an advertisement. So that is the first way to go out there and find an actual video for your product. Now, the second way is going to be through YouTube, okay? And I know that I was talking about the idea of getting sued before and what you guys could do to prevent that. And guys, literally, when it comes to videos on YouTube that other stores are putting up, that other people are putting up, you could download like 4 different videos and link up different parts from the actual videos and release it as your advertisement, and you will not get sued whatsoever, right? And the reason for that is that first of all, you're not showing people's faces on there. It's really not a big deal. You have nothing to worry about. I've done it a ton of times, and there's just nothing to worry about. And it's it's normal. I mean, everyone does it. Like the videos get so reused that you actually don't even know who the initial creator of it is. So you don't want to take everything from one video, right? What you want to do is maybe go on YouTube and find a couple of different videos that are using your product. And then what you want to do is you want to go to Fiverr.com and tell the person to create your own version of that video, maybe a 30-second video with the videos that you supplied them. Now, another way that you could do this is going back to Ad Espresso, right? So like you guys saw in this video right here, there were a couple of different videos that we saw for different products. And so let's say that there's a product that you want to sell that someone else is already selling and they have a video for it. And so guys, that is all there is to it, okay? There's really not much to it when it comes to creating your actual advertisement on Facebook, right? The videos you find on YouTube, you find other people with similar videos, or you ask the supplier for the actual video. And again, you go on Fiverr.com where you pay someone $5 to edit the video for you if you have no idea what you're doing there. And as far as the pictures, you use the ones on AliExpress. You could do it yourself, right? A self-service on Canva.com, or you can go on Fiverr.com and do it for $5. And the qualities that you're looking in your pictures are good quality pictures of the item in use, right? Which is very important. And you mostly want to use pictures for actual retargeting. Because if you could go out there and you could make a video, or you could find a video and repurpose it, right? You call that repurposing the video. You repurpose it and make it your own, then put it out there, then it's probably going to be a lot more effective, simply due to the fact that people love watching videos, and that people, if they see a video of the product being in actual use, then it's going to be much better than if it was a picture, unless you're doing retargeting, right? Because again, if you're doing retargeting, then these people obviously already had some sort of encounter to the actual video, and so a picture would be more effective there. Now, the next thing when it comes to your Facebook advertisement for e-commerce is the actual caption, okay? And again, a lot of what I like to follow when it comes to all of this is that I like to go out there and I like to model things that are working, right? So when I'm looking for a video, I want to see what videos are running out there that are making a ton of money, and I want to make them my own, okay? Because I know that if those videos are making a ton of money, then what different is it going to be if I'm able to go out there and put ones up that are very similar, okay? And this is the train of thought that you guys should be following as you're doing things, okay? As you're picking the products to sell, as you're picking the advertisements to run. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, okay? There are people out there who are spending thousands and thousands of dollars trying to figure out what works. And the dumbest thing that you could ever do is to try and figure out yourself, right? To try and figure out by yourself. Just leverage what those people have learned and use it as your own stuff, and just work on it from there, right? Like, you don't always have to be modeling what other people are doing, but it's definitely a good start, and it gives you a head start, right? Because now you have something to start doing, and you start making money pretty fast, and then you could start making it your own and making it much better. Like, for example, when it comes to softwares or companies like Apple, companies like Microsoft, like when you're designing software, you have to model what you're designing and what you're doing based around what these companies are doing, because these companies are spending billions and billions of dollars on figuring out what is going to bring their users the best experience ever. Okay, so for you to do something completely opposite to what they're doing is literally stupid, right? And it's stupid because You're not spending billions of dollars to figure that out. They are. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're basically taking those billions of dollars that are being put into work and that you make something out of it, right? Now, when it comes to the actual caption, again, I'm gonna put the website here so that you guys are able to see it. A website that you guys are gonna use a lot is this one right here. So you're gonna go to adexpresso.com, and then it's like, hold on, that's not all of it. Add examples, I'm pretty sure it is. Let me go ahead and go there and make sure that that's what it is. It might be ads examples. Ads examples. Let's see if that's it. Yeah. So ads examples. Let me go ahead and put that so you guys are able to write it down. So write this website down, because if you're not using this, then you're really missing out. Okay. It's free research. You're literally able to go out there and find different ads and different things that you're going to be able to do with that. And so when it comes to the actual caption, okay, there are a couple things that you want to do in the caption. So one of the first things is obviously to use emojis, okay? This has been proven, scientifically proven, to make your captions more effective. You're going to be using emojis. You're going to include the link to buy, okay? You're going to include the link to buy the product, and it's going to look something like this. So click here to buy at 50% off, and then you're going to do this, and then you're going to put the link right here. Okay. Now, when it comes to the actual link, a mistake that people make in their advertisement, right, when they're creating their advertisement for Facebook, for their Shopify store, is that they put in the entire link. All right. So they'll literally be like https store.com, right? So whatever, www.store.com/collection/all/ product name here, black, quantity 4, right? Like that super long name. And you don't want to write that in the actual description of the advertisement, because it's going to be too cluttered and it's going to take up unnecessary space. So what you want to do, and this is actually a really good strategy, is that you want to put something in the actual URL that means something, okay? So for example, how you're going to do that is that you're going to come into your Shopify store and you're going to hit on the online store button right here, and then you're going to click on navigation, okay? Now, after you click on navigation, you're going to click on URL redirects right over here, and you're literally going to create a URL redirect for your product. So you're going to go to your actual product and you're going to get the super long URL, right? Let me go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm going to open up my test store right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this product right here, right? This cat necklace. I'm going to copy the super long link up here. I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to redirect people, okay? Actually, hold up. Redirect to new page. Only broken URLs. So I'm going to paste that down here, right? I'm going to paste that to this page all the way at the bottom. And at the top, your store name is already there. So I'm going to do something like cute cat necklace. Okay. I'm just going to click add that. And so the next thing that I'm going to do is that when I'm going to put in my advertisement, the actual link to the product, now I'm going to put something like this, https store.com, right? Whatever your store is, store.com/cute cat pendant, right? So the URL literally tells them that they're going to the cute cat pendant. And then when you go there, then it's going to redirect them to the actual product, right? It's going to fill it in and make the longer product URL. So make sure you guys are doing that. I've seen a ton of people not do that, and it's definitely a mistake when it comes to setting up your advertisement. And another thing is that what you want to focus on is the actual benefits of the product, right? Benefits of the product as opposed to the qualities of it, right? So benefits of the products as opposed to the qualities. So for example, how is the certain item going to make you feel? What is it going to do? Is it going to allow you to save time? Is it going to allow you to do something much faster? Is it going to allow you to just focus on the actual benefits that the product is going to bring to the person? How is it going to make them feel? How is it going to make other people around them feel, right? Like those are benefits as opposed to the qualities of it. Like for example, if I'm talking about this actual cat earring right here, I'm not going to put something about how shiny it is or how gold it is or how pretty it is, right? Like who cares? I'm going to focus on how it's going to make the person feel when they're wearing this, right? So maybe I'll say something like, oh, like your friends won't believe how obsessed you are with cats or something, right? Like something that's gonna make them feel an emotion. You want to make people feel an emotion as opposed to focusing on the qualities of the actual product. And again, what you guys could do to find a whole bunch of different examples of actual descriptions that you're going to be able to go out there and use is by going to Ad Espresso right here. So look, oh my God, these polymer earrings are so cute. Obviously, this is a crappy description, right? Get yours here, 50% off. This is a crappy description simply because they're just calling them cute. Like what? And guys, again, it's a matter of testing, right? Like maybe this person made $100,000 off of this stupid little thing, right? Like who knows? It's a matter of testing. But I've noticed that when you focus on the actual benefits of the product and you make people feel an emotion, then it's going to be a lot more effective. But you're free to go ahead and try stupid things like this and just test it. Like maybe it works better in your niche. Like I wouldn't know, right? That's the thing about e-commerce and Shopify and everything in general. You just have to test things, okay? You have to test them. But these are the top things that you should be thinking about when it comes to writing your actual caption. Like you guys saw there, we have some emojis. That's a general rule, okay? Don't forget to add emojis to your description, all right? That's all I'm gonna say. All right, guys, so there are a lot of different tips when it comes to e-commerce for Facebook. What your focus on needs to be on as you're creating your advertisements, okay? Urgency, scarcity. As you're creating your store, make sure to bring that to the actual person. When you make people have that sense of urgency and you make it seem like the product is scarce, they're going to be a lot more likely to buy, right? There are two types of advertisements. You have your picture ads and your video ads. The pictures, you should mostly use them for retargeting, okay? And you could use canva.com and fiverr.com to get these things made. When it comes to your video, ask the supplier, right? A second option is to make it yourself, right? Which is obviously harder because you have to order the product. Maybe you have to wait a week, whatever. You need a camera. So you ask the supplier, hopefully they already have it. You make it yourself, or you go on YouTube /model and you just model what other people are doing, right? You take 3 different videos that people are using for those products, you send it to someone on fiverr.com to make it your own, and you're good to go. Like you're literally good to go. This is the website right here that you guys need to write down for looking for example advertisements, really good websites. Remember, in your captions, include emojis, include the link to buy the product shortened, right? So you have to include the link and make sure that it's shortened. And then you do that by doing what is called, let me write it here so that you guys know, a URL redirect is what you're looking for. Again, how you get there is you click on online store, and then you click on navigation, and then you click on URL redirects right here. Pretty straightforward. And you want to focus on the benefits of the products as opposed to the quality. So really straightforward, but at the end of the day, you have to go out there, you have to test it and see how it works for your niche. Okay, but if you follow these things, I think you guys are going to be able to do fine. All right, now guys, this is a 180-day challenge. We're releasing videos daily. Every single week, we're giving away software, email marketing software, and over $1,000 worth of entrepreneurship courses. If you guys are not doing email marketing for your online stores or in your business in general, then I think you guys are leaving a ton of money on the table. Go watch the video that I made yesterday on exactly how you guys could start making upwards of $300 per day using email marketing. I'm going to link it up somewhere on a card up here. And guys, this is Joaquin Corrales, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next video.